All right. How's everybody's Sunday? Good. We're going to be here. Just know today we are going to share throughout the presentation. I'm going to kind of just go through this, and then I'm going to ask people to be brave and vulnerable, because here's where we grow, right? We're always cheering each other on. Here, we're going to grow, we're going to grow, we're going to be vulnerable, we're going to unmute, just a couple of us, so that we can learn from one another. Yes, I know some of you have been here. I know some of you are brand new here. This is basics, okay? So we're going to use this as an onboarding system. And guys, this week, it's first try. We're only gonna grow from this, you know, so grace and space for me as well. That I'm hoping that we have this system in place so that we can have massive duplication and everybody feels like, okay, I know exactly what to do next, But today is gonna be a little bit longer because I'm gonna talk about a little bit about mindset. And this is a boot camp style. So you're gonna get a lot of information. And normally I don't like to overwhelm people. I will just say, okay, here's one or two things that you can do, and then that'll be good for now. But I'm gonna give you a lot today. So be here, grab your favorite beverage, use the bathroom if you need to. But all I asked is for some presents. So congratulations, you are the CEO of your own business. Amazing, okay? But however, you are not a traditional entrepreneur. And I'm gonna be like watching the chat as well. So type in the chat throughout this. Okay. You're not a traditional entrepreneur though. I know we're all like, I'm an entrepreneur. Yes, but you're not a traditional entrepreneur. This is not a startup, right? So you don't have any infrastructure. You don't have to hire an HR department or a marketing team. You don't have to worry about distribution or building out a full-on website, or no sourcing of raw materials and making sure it gets approved and it's scientifically backed. All of that work is done for us. Like when we say turnkey business, we really mean it. What is your job here? It's to talk to people. Lots and lots and lots of people. And that is the skill when we talk about what we're going to learn here, how to communicate with people, how to grow ourselves so that it feels comfortable. Because who has been a network marketer before? Like how many of us came into this business was like, I know everything to do because I'm going to just kill it right out the bat? Or did you feel like you needed to learn some skills, right? We're going to talk about that. The three type of people that we're basically looking to connect with to grow this turnkey business is customers, team builders, people that are raising their hands saying like, you know what, I really like these products, or I really like this compensation plan. I want this to be my business. And then referrals. And I spelled that wrong, obviously. Another thing about me, like I said, grace and space, I always spell things wrong because I have 5 kids. Anyways, this business is simple, but it is not easy. It is hard work. It is hard work. Hard is also an opinion. You know, like hard is also an opinion, and we can choose to say that I'm going to learn the skills and I'm going to do this with more ease, but it's not easy. It does require a lot from you. Basically, most of you I know are either working full jobs or have a lot of children or have a full plate already, and you're like, how am I going to fit this in? For those of you that are new, and we're going to help you try to get all the information that you can and restructure your day so that you can create a more abundant life. Now, when I first started, I want you to know I had literally just Wednesday for a couple of hours, and then Thursday I would follow up. I did not have the time, and I didn't really make the time because I didn't really quite see the value of building right here. I was like, yeah, sounds good. I would like to get my products paid for. And then once I did that, and I was like, maybe I'd like to cover the electric bill. And then once I did that, I was like, actually, I'll cover the electric and the car bill. Maybe I'll cover the mortgage. And now I'm like covering a lot more than that. But in steps, just know that you're going to work this as you see the value of it. Okay, so 4 reasons why people fail in network marketing. This is going to get really real, okay? 4 reasons why people fail in network marketing and why that's not going to be you, okay? You didn't come here on a Sunday at 4 o'clock to fail. If it didn't matter to you, be like, I don't care, whatever. I don't care if I'm here, but you're here. I see you with your notebook in hand, you're hungry, you're ready. So obviously exceptions to every rule. Maybe some people actually just cruise through this. I don't know. Reason number 1, they're not coachable. And if you're coming into this mindset of like, I know better, like what do you have to teach me? Oh, already it's going to be hard. People that are not coachable, they refuse to learn and implement a simple system. That is what network marketing is truly about. It's about leveraging of the tools, leveraging of the team, leveraging of your time, and maximizing this. This is not meant to be a 40-hour work week job, but you're going to have to follow a system that is proven. The success that I see duplicating in, the leaders that I've helped create, the success that I've experienced, the success that my upline and her upline and all the way up to Kathy Coover herself, it's a system. And so if you want to have success here, follow the system. Yeah, in the beginning, and I'm literally speaking to you brand new newbies, it's gonna be a lot of hand holding, and that's what we're here for you to do. Later on, you'll add your own flair and your own style as you get more comfortable, cool, but it'll always go back to the tools that were given to us by the lady who created this company, okay? People who are not coachable don't trust, maybe feel that theirs is the better, cooler, faster way, and they're always looking for this new. Oh, we need something new, we need something new, we need something new. I'm telling you guys, we are always either top 3, top 2, top 5 in the entire company. Our team in little Hawaii is the fastest growing. That means we know what we're doing here. Okay, so trust that we really just want you to be successful. And you might think like, oh, I'm having a slow week. We're not. Collectively as a team, you have great leaders who have your best interests at heart. Okay. So this week, we're going to talk about our system, and we're going to do it a little messy. Coachable? Okay, if so, know that you will be talking to people all the time. Like I said, the heavy lifting is done for you. Hallelujah. Your job is to talk to a lot of people. When I worked with my mentor, Kayla Kraft, first week with meeting with her, she's like, okay, at the end of this meeting, go out and meet 40 new people. This is before Corona. Go out and meet 40 new people, and no list of how and what. She's like, just go. And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm a zero excuse kind of girl. I'm not going to make you go meet 40 new people, but you will start talking to people. And I'm not going to just say, and this is how you do it, whatever. I just want you to put yourself out there, okay? Because this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be exposing, and we're going to be closing. What does that mean to expose? Obviously, get your head out of the gutter, okay? Exposing, you're gonna be exposing them to what we got going on over here, whether it's cleanse, whether it's a presentation, whether it's our team, whether it's our company culture. You're literally giving exposure after exposure after exposure, so people are kind of seeing what you're doing. If you have resistance to social media, I get it. Like I truly do, because I was like so all over the place with my social media. Come on for a month, not come on for a month. I was just like, whatever. But right now, unless you are planning to get on the phone every single day and talk about your products, it's the simplest way to get those exposures to be closer to one another. This world is in information overload, just like how I'm going to overload you a little bit right now. Information overload. Yeah. People need to be able to hear about what you're doing. Nobody wakes up going, I think I need isogenics today. Sorry, not going to happen. Like, unless they have some divine intervention, they're going to start to see exposures. It's why people do Facebook ads, is because once you click on a store, what happens to your Instagram? What happens to your Facebook, your emails? Like, you get exposures until you start to think top of mind, right? Until they think, actually, I think I do want to try this little brown box. Actually, that looks amazing. Okay. So you're going to expose, and then we're going to teach you how to close. becoming a student of this profession. This boot camp is 6 weeks. It's not going to give you everything. I don't even have everything, okay? Like, this is just to get you to the starting line, like this dude right here. It's just to get you to the starting line. And after this, you're in the marathon. Like, creating residual income, creating gangsta money, whatever, even just creating $1,000 a month for your family, it's going to take effort and time. And that's where you're going to plug into team calls. You're going to try to make it to events, all those things, so you can learn, grow, and evolve. And the Isogenics is evolving, and I think forever social media is going to evolve. So you can sit and be like, nope, this is the way, or you can plan to be a lifelong student. Yeah. And if you don't like people, if you're like, oh, I don't really like people, you'd be surprised how many times people say that to me. I don't really like people. I will be super honest with you. Maybe this is the time to leave the meeting. And I'm saying that with all the love, but I can't help you be a network marketer if you don't like talking to people. If you're like, oh, it's not for me. It's okay. You don't have to talk to everybody in your town, but you have to be able to get uncomfortable. So we're going to get into massive action. And here's the thing. If resistance is coming up for you, right? Boot camp, we're going to be super like real. Resistance is coming up for you. And you're like, oh, but that's not me. I'm not like that. I need you to just be super honest with yourself. Is sharing this business for you? Even if it's just part-time here and there, that's fine. The Facebook group, we will support you. We'll answer your questions. But if you are here to grow a thriving business, let's get into action. I'm going to stop share. And I want to know, are you 100% coachable? I'm going to have you just unmute. It's going to get a little loud. Are you 100% coachable? Do you trust me?
Yes.
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 Yeah. 100%. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, 100%.
You can type in the chat. Even
Yes, I am.
go out and say that right on. And that's something I will teach my leaders to do. I just lost my presentation. Awesome. Okay, hang on. Back it up. Something that, I will say to my leaders too is if they're asking me, okay, what do I do next? I will say, you know what? Do you trust me? How bad do you want this? Do you trust me? And if they're like, yeah, I trust you, then I'm like, okay, are you coachable? Always ask your people that too. Because if you're going to ask people to go somewhere they've never really gone before, you got to know that they're coachable. All right, back to my presentation. This is hilarious. Okay. Now, reason number 2 that people fail in network marketing, but why that's not going to be you, right? They don't treat it like a business. You might have heard that term. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. And that's cool too, okay? But if you treat this like a business, it will absolutely pay you like a business. In the beginning, I love, somebody had posted in our start group not too long ago that in the beginning, yeah, you'll be a little underpaid. And then you'll be paid just, to match your efforts. And then you will be grossly overpaid. Like, how the heck did I just make that money? And I was like out with my family. There is action steps in this. So what I want to just be super real with traditional businesses. Let's think of like your favorite, I don't know, bakery that you love to go every single day. I don't know if you go to the bakery every day, but if you're like, okay, the hours say on my Yelp, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm going to make sure that I know that they're going to be open. You trust that, right? They have their open sign, their hours, you're going to frequent that area. Or like Starbucks, people always got to have their fix or whatever. Same thing here. Are people, when they are ready, going to know that you're open for business? Or is it going to be a kind of sometime thing, or like a hot minute, just kidding, and then you're out, and then come back in and you're like, wait? Or are they going to know that you're going to be here to lead them in this journey of health? Are they going to know that when they invest their hard-earned money, that you're the person that's going to guide them to be successful? Are they going to know that if they decide to lock arms with you, that just because you're having a really crappy week, you're not going to leave them? Okay, that is the question I can't answer for you, but I'm going to just hold this space for you to make a decision right now. If this is going to be the business for you, it doesn't require you to have 40 hours. You can absolutely do this business part-time, but you cannot do this sometimes and expect results. And I'm talking for you mamas for a second. How many traditional 6 and 7 figure businesses out there do you know where they only work this during nap time? I love the nap time hustle. I love yes, in the pockets of our day, and yes, but let's be honest, 6 and 7 figure business for just 1 hour a day, I don't know. If you know of anybody, please give me the example, type it in the chat, message me afterwards. I would like to study this person. Know that in the beginning, yeah, you're gonna take, a little bit work to get this going. 12 hours a week, that, whatever that is. Maybe you have one day you give a little bit more to your business. Maybe you have, I don't know, 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day. Let's just break it up. Hypothetically, you see how you want to adjust. 80% is growing your personal business. 80% is you reaching out, you connecting, you enrolling, you training your newbies, connecting with your customers. How was your first cleanse day? Taking care, like Lindsay Hofberg, I don't know how to say her last name, Hofberger. She's like, I want to make sure that my people have their first amazing month. Like that first month of their, investment, imagine what that can do when they're like, wow, they got the support, they got a transformation, you were there walking them through that. If you give that person, guess what happens? They reorder. And guess what that means? Residual income for you and your family. And the more that you can get that, giving that customer service really good in the beginning of their first month, will give you that long-term residual income. And I get it. So if you're planning to enroll a lot of people, if you're planning to just enroll a lot of people, just know you're also going to have to make sure for that first month, you're walking through a lot of people, not enroll and then be like, oh, when I have time. There's part 1 and part 2. Okay, you enroll and you stay with them. 10% is 3-way calls. And we have all the information in the Facebook group. Your leader will help you walk through all of that. I'm not going to go over that today, but that's 10%. Okay, welcoming, closing, getting third, another opinion or another testimonial, and then just checking it. And 10% is trainings like this, coming to events, using company tools, listening to a podcast. Most times, newbies will come in and think that 80% of their time will be in training. I gotta learn more first. I gotta make sure I know what I'm talking about first. I gotta just make sure that when I'm showing up in front of my friends, that they know that I am like the coolest, smartest person in the world. How many of you felt like that? Let's be honest. Like you spent most of your time trying to get ready. And no shame, because it is what it is. Right? Okay. We're just going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to get messy. We're going to push you out the nest, and then we're going to self-correct. Because guess what? Very rare do people actually say yes to you on your first introduction. That's all we're asking you to do this week, is just to get out there and just introduce the idea. And then we'll teach you how to follow up. Reason number 3 that people fail in network marketing, they are not willing to get uncomfortable. Okay? They're not willing to suck. And here I'm going to hold space and just, again, something we learned. Nobody skips level 0. We all start as a team of 1, myself included, okay? Nobody skips kindergarten. I don't know, maybe there's like some brainiacs, and yeah, maybe there are those people like magical unicorn fairies, whatever. But everybody starts from somewhere, and it's a good thing, okay? And it's good to look back. I really think, for our leaders who know who Kayla Craft is, please go down, and she makes like, I don't know, she maxes out the comp plan. Scroll down into her Instagram. That's a fun little activity you can do. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and tell me if that is the same woman who shows up right now making multi-7 figures. It's not, because she also had to put herself out there. She also had to suck. And so I just want you to know, you're not going to sound like Emily Vavra on week 2 of this. I'm not going to sound like Emily Vavra. I'm just going to sound like me, and that's okay, because you can still build an amazing income here just being you. But you got to stop getting ready to get ready and just trust, right? I'm coachable, 100% coachable, that we know what's going to help you have success. This is for the builders that have been here for a little bit. If you've seen a dip in your enrollments or a dip in your income or anything like that, just know it's probably because you stopped talking. Remember, talk. That's your job. And started managing your team. Okay, I'll just give you a little moment. So get back out there and make mistakes. Same thing, starting from scratch, and just keep growing. All right. So reason number 4, why people fail in network marketing and why that ain't gonna be you, they're not hungry enough. Now, you don't have to be in a dire situation to have success here. And you see these like real ultimate stories, and they're just like about to lose their homes, and you're just like, oh, and it doesn't have to be that drastic. When I mean hungry, I'm just saying that here's what happens. You start to see success. You're coachable. Yes. You're consistent. Absolutely. And then what happens? Life happens. Somebody gets sick. Here we go, in coronavirus. Oh, coronavirus again. I don't know. There is never going to be a perfect time to build this business. There's never going to be a perfect time for this. You're going to just make it a natural extension of your life. If you want that residual income that's going to take care of your family in immense ways. Your business, when life happens, what goes, I just can't. I'm just going to put the business on the back burner, put in the back burner. But when I'm saying 80% of your day, if it doesn't get done that day, guess what? You're going to spend the extra hour at the end of the week. You're going to make it up, because confidence that so many of you want, and so many of you say that, oh, I'm not confident yet. Do you know where confidence comes from? The confidence comes from doing the thing you said you were going to do. It's just like your workouts, right? For those of you that are absolutely consistent in that, you get more confident because you've consistently showed up. So give yourself that grace and space. If it's not for you to touch your business for a day, for an hour, that's okay. But please make sure you come back and you make it up. Because what happens after a week, after a month, after a year? I don't know. Now, why are you here? You hear that all the time, and it's like, what is your why? Yeah, it is the most important thing, because I don't know. I know from some of you that I've spoke with, but truly, like, why are you here? This is something I can't do. I can't motivate you. You might find motivation, but that wears off, right? And I can't make anybody coachable. Or your leaders can't motivate you. They're not here actually to motivate you. You came here because you found a motivation. And if you're a really highly motivated person that posts boss babe quotes all the time, you just didn't have the vehicle. Well, welcome to the vehicle. Welcome to your freaking vehicle, because this is legit. And this will get you to that abundant life that you absolutely want. But I can't pull you into that. Okay, I can't make you say, get in the car, turn on the gas. All I can say is, like, you see this little GPS? You're going to stick it on top of the hood, and this is all I'm going to do for you. And we'll be there to support you. Okay? So, realness. What we're going to do today, since I see notes going, no, I don't really see a lot of people left. So that's good. We're coachable. We're ready to get our hands dirty, to get a reboot, to get a jump start, whatever it is. We're going to work on your 30-second story, and we're going to unmute, and we're going to share. And this 30-second story is forever. You're going to be sharing this on the bus. You're going to be sharing this at the grocery store. You're going to be sharing this at the beach. You're going to be sharing this all over the place. The talk. Yep. That's why it's going to be really important. I know in the beginning, like, the reason why I'm going to start here is because I never, this is just gonna be little brown box. We never refer to Isagenix as this thing that I'm doing. And if you said that, no worries. I think we've all kind of said it. But this is, if you look in this group and you scroll through these 90 people that are here and hungry and coachable, it's not a thing that's like, oh, so cute. I want you to know we are here as your community to back you up. So you don't have to have this like shame around what you're doing because other people don't understand, okay? This group is stacked full of powerful individuals. So know that as you're sharing this 30-second story, we got your back. Can you look to the left? Can you look to the right in your screen? And everybody be like, I got your back. You got me, right? I got you. Even if you feel like, I don't know what's going on. Just know we are here to you. And when you mess up and be like, guys, that sucks so bad. We're going to be like, yes, you did it. You got out there. I'm so proud of you, okay? Integrity though, we will never say that Isagenix cured or prevented or treated illness. We could literally as a company be shut down and we don't want that. We don't want lawsuits. We're going to be in compliance, right? So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, please go back to the disclaimers and read so you know you're within. Another thing that just recently came up and I did share with my leaders really briefly when we are talking about, because I think a lot of you have joined since coronavirus. I can say this here on our team call. We cannot say corona, quarantine, COVID within our 30-second story. So make sure you write that down and you highlight that. What you can refer to as is this trying season or something to that effect. Okay, can we all be in agreement of that? We want to make sure that we're in compliance, and that's new because this season is new. We're going to create your list. GoPro, Audible, GoPro, Eric Worre. I don't know. Does anybody know? Type in the chat if there's a free way to get this. I've only used Audible. But this is something, if you want to learn the skills to be a professional network marketer, to have success, to not be that person that people run away from in the street, you need GoPro, okay? And that is your due diligence and your homework and on your honor that this is what you're gonna do so that when we're coaching you, you know, as your individual teams and leaders and as a collective, we're not like, wait, what were we saying? Because you already have that foundation. Okay, GoPro. Memory jogger, we're gonna go through that today and no judgment. We're not gonna judge into our lists. Today, we're gonna set up your IsaBiz, setting up your family time first. If you're doing this for your family, I'm not asking you to sacrifice your family. I'm just asking you to, what can you cut out so that you actually do this in a way that feels good. So if that requires you maybe giving up a Netflix show once in a while, or just, you know, what else can you sacrifice so that family does remain number one? There's no sense that we help you have massive success if you're not having that in your home life, okay? Power hours, Penny, I'm not gonna do a tutorial. We're gonna point you in the direction so that you know in our Facebook group, it's all done for you already. If you don't know how to use it, then you're gonna learn. Social media, we'll talk about training, three-way calls, your buffet of tools, note section in your phone. I have library cards from 2 states, so I use the per app. Oh, hit up friends and families in other states for library cards. Oh, somebody is very like, well, not efficient. What do you call that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying, girl? Good for you. Okay. A la carte through Apple Books. Yeah. Cool, resourceful. Thank you, Anu, you're amazing. Okay, note section in your phone. Setting up your desk is good. Having like a dedicated workspace is really good, even if it's just corner in your room. It doesn't have to be a full-on office thing, or what I call a creation space. Like just find a little area that you can actually be like, this is mine. It will create newness in your life. New journey, this will create newness. I can't stress that enough. Please have a dedicated workspace. It will give you success, okay? Your note section of your phone will have all of your scripts that you will grab, and I will teach you how to grab scripts from our ISA packs, from what I posted in the Facebook group, from your leaders, different things going on from the company, that you can literally grab and go, grab and go. As you're at the grocery store, as you're at the beach, as you're in your day. Amazing. We literally can work from our phones. So let's set up your phone just like you're going to set up your desk. And an Isogenics album of all of the nice photos, befores and afters, you know, all of the pretty templates that maybe you might want to use on your social media. Speaking of social media, I think it's such a great thing to follow other leaders in Isogenics that you look up to and see how they're doing what they're doing. I legit, that's what Nat taught me in the beginning was, she goes, okay, I want you to follow this person, I feel like you would vibe. So if there are leaders over here that are following Isogenics people, please help out your newbies. Give them some accounts that they can follow, because what you can do is come up with your own recipe. I like how she shares her shake. Oh, I like how that guy talks about the comp plan. Oh, I like, you know, and then you kind of just make your own formula with your own spin on things. But at least it gives you a starting line. You guys know social media is basically like that, right? Somebody inspires you, you make it your own. It's just, yeah. And it makes your life so much easier instead of you like trying to come up with something so brilliant. Like, just do the dang thing, okay? And then your first post. Matthew, daily positive posts. Absolutely. Okay. So let's make that list. Before I make the list, when you're doing the Penny app, and this question came up, so if you don't know what Penny is, don't worry. But for those of you that have been doing Penny, it does populate people to reach out to. But if it has been years, okay, like I'm talking elementary school, you haven't talked to this person, please don't go and be like, would you like to hear about my Isogenics business? No, you're going, but what you can do is you can kiss, kiss, hug. Number 4, and be my coach. Amazing. Okay, so kiss, kiss, hug. You're gonna kiss, like, comment. Like, comment. And just do that for a little bit. You're gonna kiss, kiss, hug. That can be a part of your reach outs. So what I've been personally doing is I still kind of keep a list on the side. A lot of times people reach out to me randomly that Penny didn't give to me because they're not even actively on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. So I still have a separate list and I use Penny, and it's good to do both. But if she populates random people for years, just know kiss, kiss, hug. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second. Does anybody have any questions about what I went over so far? Were you like, whoa, that was a lot of realness? Okay, it was needed. I'm going to go into this memory jogger. And all I did, you guys, this is GoPro 2, same guy, network marketer. It's the ultimate memory jogger, networkmarketingpro.com. And he talks about in network marketing, 3 types of people: the posers, the amateurs, the professionals. If you want to be a professional, your list is your life, and you will make it a long list and you will add to it all the time. Okay, so you're going to basically, I'm going to skip over that, your hot candidate list. Close friends and family, leading with the product, direct approach, indirect approach, super indirect approach. Basically, you're warm and you're cold, okay? Memory jogger. So we can take a little bit to go over this if you haven't made your list and you want to add. What I'm going to do for about 5 minutes, I'm going to set a timer. We're going to do this in real time. You're going to take a look at this and you're going to make a list, okay? You're going to go back and continue to make this now that you know ultimate memory jogger, but you're not going to judge it, okay? When we're making our list, I know it's like natural human thing to be like, ooh, this person has money, this person doesn't have money, this person is healthy, this person's not healthy, and thinking that you know how to categorize them. Nope, I just want you to write names, okay? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just start writing. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next part. Former coach, coworkers, roommates, who sold me my air condition. And obviously you're not just gonna call up the company, but these are people that you can just reconnect with. I love this list right here. I think this is maybe my favorite one, because where it says, I know individuals who, it says actively looking for a part-time. Hi, how many people in this season might be needing an extra stream of income right now? Okay, ambitious, enthusiastic, all these different qualities. So go back, obviously we're not going to have all the time to do this, but maybe who might want to go on vacation, who are positive thinkers, who are a single mom or dad, has a great smile, wants to pay down debt, just graduated. I mean, when you block yourself by saying, I don't know a lot of people, it's the same thing as saying, I don't really like people, right? This is network marketing. We're going to like people. We're going to, it doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert. You can be whatever. And the thing that we will help you do, sorry, next week will help you reaching out, is I thought of you because you're somebody who's so organized and so positive. I think it would be amazing if you were to take a look at what I do. I think you'd be amazing at what I do. This is the reach outs we'll teach. But I'm going to give it one more minute. Another thing, any of these professions that you've had business with, had a good, you know, yeah. Anwe, do you know any football players? Okay. Swimmers, amazing. Insurance agents, because here's the thing, this is our business, right? I hear Kamari talk about this all the time. Do you know people that eat breakfast? Do you know people that like money? Like, I think all these people eat breakfast and all these people like money. So here we go. You have a great first start of your list. Raise your hand if you had been able to add more people, or if you were like, I mean, raise your hand if this was a good exercise for you. Just be resourceful. Okay, perfect. Now, this is where we're going to get into writing out our story. How come it keeps doing that to me? Anyways, kiss, kiss, hug. Now, before isogenics, so this is, you can get a clean sheet of paper and you're going to learn to write this down so that you never have to feel caught in, I don't know what to say, this is something that I'm doing. Before isogenics or before the little brown box, this is what I would honestly say if you're just starting out. When you're in the presenting space, you can absolutely say isogenics, but for right now, I would kind of say a little brown box if you're brand new. So before isogenics, tell us, what was your life like? What was your health like? What was your energy like? What was your mindset like? You know, these are the things. So tell us what it was like. So I'm going to give you a minute to write that out. So write, before isogenics, what was it? I would say 2 stories are well. One for product, one for business, even if you're just getting started. And then the next one is, I was introduced to isogenics by. So who introduced to you? Oh, Anue, not Anue. Anuhya, I will send you I can post the network marketing jogger in the Facebook group. Let me make a note about that. Okay, the next one, I've been using the products for however long that is, or I've been a part of this, team or a part of this business for however long. And then as a result, I am now, Okay, so I've been using it for this long. I've been building it for this long. And as a result, I am now. So what I would love for you to do, and of course you're gonna keep refining it. What this time is gonna be a lot of this, that you're gonna I'm gonna pick 3 brave people who want to unmute and share with all of us, so that we can help you. We can help you kind of refine it. You can take some notes. Obviously, it's not gonna be like this is a safe space to grow. That's one thing I absolutely love about our team. So we're gonna give you all the loving help. All right. So I'm gonna, please don't use that. Stop.
I'll go if now's the time.
The time. Go for it.
Okay. I love writing this. Hi everybody, I'm Kihel. So my 30-second story. Before the Little Brown Box, I was gaining weight. I totally knew it, and I did nothing about it. I was introduced to the Little Brown Box by Uy, by a sign of divine intervention, a total ho'ailona, if I do say so myself. It's been exactly 1 year since I got my first Little Brown Box. And now, as a result, I am literally working out every day. What? I'm moving my body and totally honoring myself by consuming these products daily, posting about it, and working out.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I will give you some coaching too. Okay. So people won't know Uy if you're just meeting them at the beach, right? You're just like, I just met this girl. I remember I reconnected with this friend of mine. That's what I would say. I reconnected with this friend of mine who, and maybe not divine intervention, because we love that. We're cracking up, right? But we're going to say I reconnected with a friend, and I actually saw what was the thing. What was the thing? You actually saw a post, you actually saw a reach out, you saw this, you were kind of watching her, what was it before you had that moment, right? So you're gonna give it that tangible, because facts tell, stories sell. And in your story, as you folks are talking to people, they should be kind of seeing what's in it for me. How do I connect to this? Because they might be watching you, right? You might be like, I see this girl in my stories. I see her on every single thing, right? And I was watching my friend, and I just was like, after watching her for so long, I decided, you know what, this is what it's gonna be. So break that little section down, all the love, you're gonna break that little section down to legit, what was the thing? Cool? Good job, Kihao. We're all clapping for you. Woo, woo.
Yay, I wanna go. My turn. I need a critique.
Yeah. Go for it.
Here, I'll put on my camera. Sorry. Okay, so hi, my name is Kihao also. Talk about divine intervention, right? Okay, so for me, I kind of feel out a little bit what they're looking for, but for the most thing, the people that I've talked to is for weight. They're looking at weight loss. So because my 30 seconds is more like 30 minutes, but I gotta narrow it down. So that's why I cannot say, I'm for stress and for energy and for losing weight, because that's why it's 30 minutes. So I'm gonna start with, I was before the little brown box, I was super tired all the time, and I didn't feel like I was the best mom I could be because I wasn't very present. But my hula sister from a long time ago, she just had a baby, and I just saw how much energy she had, and I was blown away because here I am. My kids are older, and hers is very young, and she's doing really good. So so for 3 months now, I've been using the products from the Little Brown Box, and I've noticed a boost in my energy, and now I'm able to keep up with my little ones and not be like a dead fish all the time. And yeah, did I say everything?
That was great. Okay. Here's the coaching part, right? 100% coaching. Whenever, this is for everybody, whenever you say, and I got energy, I want you to lift your eyebrows and say, and I have energy. Like, and pause and hold that so that they really hear that. There's intentional pauses in our voice where I think for those of you that are singers and you do Oli, like we kind of add a dynamic, right? It's like the build up in the movie, like, oh, do that with your voice. Be like, and now I have massive energy. We're telling our story, and they're like, okay, and even if you're saying bra or like, it doesn't matter, but the energy behind you saying energy, that's the one. Yeah. So good. And it's, like you said, and you're like, oh, a mom that might be stressed, you might be talking about stress. Speaking to someone who want to lose weight, and I just want to lose weight, and I just feel like that, and now I have just energy, like, that for me, I'd be like, tell me. Remember the whole FOMO thing? I don't know if you're able to watch my live. I talked about, I just found out it's one of those things. People are like, give it to me. So confidence and energy when you're talking about energy. Cool, everybody? Thank you, Kihao. Everybody clap for her. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Okay, amazing. Well, let's do 2 more. This is good because you guys are going to be sharing this week as you're doing your reach outs. Awesome. Is everybody feeling like they're learning from other people too? Like, I know it's just going back to basics, but this is important. Okay.
I'll go.
Yes. Okay.
I have to shut my screen off though. Sorry, we're at the pasture, so I don't have paper family day, but I'm still showing up. Okay, hang on. Am I yelling also?
No, you're fine.
Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me open up my notes. Okay. Before Isogenics, I wasn't as confident as I am now. I was more insecure, feeling sluggish, and didn't realize how, okay. And didn't realize how insecure I was. I was introduced to Isogenics by the Kamaili Heidi, who I reached out to on Instagram by actually stalking her. Hashtag FOMO. It's been 8 months since I got my little brown box, and as a result, I've gained so much self-confidence and a community of like-minded people who help me grow every day.
Amazing. Yay, good job. Okay, so coaching, this is a perfect post. This is a great way to share online. This is a great way for you to write it in something people are going to read. What I want you to practice is same like with Kehao. Nobody knows who Kamaili is. Nobody really cares who she is, right? Because this is about, think about for them. Not that I don't love you, sis. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. You're going to just take the name out and you're going to just humanize it one more level by like, yeah, and I reached out to this girl that I've been watching online, and I was like, and what was it about her, right? Humanize it. Like, we follow other people. So like, what was it about her that made you reach out? So when you're talking to people, use that in your voice, just practice. I know you're just going to tell me what was on your thing, but what I want you to practice is the same thing with Kihao. How can you give the dynamics of your voice? Cool. Yeah. So when you're doing, and I saw this girl and I was like, feel a little FOMO, like, oh, I just gotta, how can you articulate that FOMO when you're telling your story? So that you're like, gosh, this girl, and I saw this FOMO. Because people are probably on your Instagram going to be like, I have FOMO to be in that Kauai team. Like, tell me, do you have space for me, Kaylee? Like, you know what I mean?
For sure. Yes, got it.
Good. And yeah, we're going to practice again. There's going to be like a whole session where we're going to just everybody come back and share. And you can practice this with your peeps too. Give each other a good critique. This is how we grow, and just be like, think about it as if you had never heard of a little brown box, and if you've never heard of isogenics. When you're working with your team and having them practice this, really sit in the seat of the skeptic, and that's where you're gonna come from the coaching your team. Cool. Okay.
Want to go? Are we choosing one more person?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. Okay, 30-second story. Before isogenics, I wasn't happy when I looked in the mirror after 3 babies. I had a hard time shedding off all of that weight, and I had super low energy. Then I was introduced to isogenics by my friend who has 5 kids, and she had awesome results. So I've been on it for about 3 months, and as a result, I've lost 16 pounds, and I have all of this energy again. I can keep up with my 12-year-old and the 1-year-old, and I feel awesome.
Amazing. That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's so great. So now you're gonna write an opportunity one too.
Okay.
Yep. I think that's really good. Good. Perfect. And you'll just add your own spin in it, depending on who you're talking to. If it's like one uncle, or if it's a very like sweet girl, you know what I mean? You'll change the dynamics of your speaking. But that is really awesome. Good job.
Yay. Thank you.
Kalamao wants to go. Hello, Haji. Where you staying? Matthew, trying you onto the bus. It's okay. Safe spaces if you want to go. Oh, aloha. I see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kalamo, but some people know me as Rosie. So before isogenics, I was very stressed out, super exhausted, could barely keep up with my baby. Felt like I was kind of missing something nutrition wise. I was introduced to isogenics actually by a lot of posts from Anui, but I wasn't quite ready financially. And so fast forward about 7 months, my high school friend, Matthew got you, introduced to me. And so I've been using the products for about 3 months now. And as a result, I have a lot more energy. For my crying baby, hold on. Babe, can you get him, please?
You're fine.
I have a lot more energy, and I just feel like I'm a lot more, well nourished, I guess I could say. I'm still breastfeeding, so it was something that kind of brought, I don't know, kind of working. I'm still working on that part.
Yeah, you're good. You
definitely brought me more energy, and it's definitely helped me a lot, like keeping up with my baby. So
love it.
Yeah.
And I love baby in the back too, because that's real. You know what I mean? And when you're sharing this, kids are allowed, you guys, in your Zoom calls, in your life, and I humanizes everything that you do too. So if you're sharing this, speaking with people, like Kawai's cracking up because we're always like, okay, hold on. My baby's not nursing anymore, sis, but legit, I want to say 90% of my calls, I was like moving the cameras so I could hide myself nursing. That's how I kicked off this business. So like, do it. You know what I mean? It's good. Oh, I get that. What I want to just share is, okay, so I heard Anu, I heard Matthew. You can take out the names. And all you're going to do, why were you kind of looking at them? What was it that you're like, and I was watching my friend, and I saw this, and I'm watching this guy, and he was so what was it? Where I finally said, because it sounds like you had waited, and that's good to share, right? You were just like, oh, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that money. And that's good to say as well. You can say why. Like you can say why I wasn't ready to invest that money, because like it's expensive to have kids in Hawaii or whatever. People were like, yeah, I get that, but I saw Anue doing this, and I saw my friend doing this, and then I finally reached out to this person, because, and I'm so glad I did, because as a result I have that energy and I feel nourished in my body, and that's important as a nursing mom. and people will be like, wow, you know. So that's so good. Thank you for being so brave. Thank you, Matthew. Good job. And we're happy you're here.
So,
Yes, yes. Oh, hi.
The only reason why I want to share because mine doesn't have anything to do with products. Okay. Ooh, I got nervous all of a sudden. Louie introduced me, but I won't be using her name. Okay. So before Isogenics, my relationship with money was getting a little stale. I was teaching finances, getting ahead, and feeling good. Yet I knew I wasn't optimizing my time financially. I knew there was something that I didn't know. I learned about financial abundance, and that flipped upside down everything I thought I knew about money.
Is this before Isogenics?
So before, when I was like seeing your stuff, you know, or like learning about that stuff as far as money went. Sorry, I don't know, my TV just went off. So then it was like after I joined that like literally learned the opposite of everything I thought I knew, but I didn't, I guess.
Yeah. So you've come over that wall already, and you're in money mindset. You're in the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. But I want you to take it back to Kamaile before that book. Like take it back even 2 steps behind, where somebody that's like brand new that hasn't done that work yet will be like, I felt like, okay, I know I'm getting ahead. I just want you to just get it down a little bit more. I know like I'm getting ahead. I'm doing really well, but I still wasn't, I wanted more freedom. Like I still wanted more freedom. Like just take that down. And then when you're sharing, and then I saw my friend, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, what was it? Like where did that little switch? Because that was the one thing that was missing, that final push where you're just like, fine, you know, before you fine.
For me, I saw the comp plan video.
Okay, yeah. And so I sat through the comp plan video, and I was like, I'm doing this. And since then, this is what's happened to me. Cool. So yeah. Whenever you're sharing, and this is like social media, you guys, and this is like such a great example. So thank you for sharing. Remember, like when we see on social media, we think we're on this mountaintop, right? Like I have all the energy now, I'm doing really well, I have this amazing vehicle, and we think that we're going to talk to the people at the bottom of the mountain, be like, you guys, it's a freaking amazing up here, come join the party, like get up here. What I need you to do is when you're sharing this story, go back down to where you were. Get back emotionally back to where you were, because that emotion over time, connecting back to that story of like, I hated watching my husband crawl into bed after 18 hours and feeling like this is just what it's going to be. And I hated it. And I got to connect back to that story, because that is what fought, you know, my way. And you're going to go back down the hill, and you're going to grab your person, you're going to tell them your story, because you want to pull them up the mountain with you. Okay. So yes, climb your mountain and go. And when you share your 30-second story, you get back down to the bottom, and you're just a couple of steps ahead, right? You're just a couple of steps ahead, grabbing them up. That's how I feel for my husband. Yeah, girl. And let that just drive you. Okay. So good job. That is going to be, you know, forever. We're always evolving our story. You're going to be here for a while. I'm still evolving my story, and you're just going to keep coming back to this. But this is the foundation. So I hope that this exercise is going to give you confidence. So when it just comes up, right? And this is how it will come up. Tell me about how are you? What have you been up to? What are you doing now? What is this season like for you? Be more interested in your person than you want to be interested. I know you guys are like, I want to tell you what I said next. Take a pause, take a breath, ask people about them, be interested in who they are, what they got going on, so that what happens, it naturally comes up and they ask you about you, and boom, your 30-second story is ready to go. You guys excited for this week to reach out a little bit? I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear. And I hope you guys can totally message me on Facebook, Instagram, and we can message your leaders. if you get stuck or want to just be like, this is awesome, I want to hear. Okay. Like I said, today's one a little bit longer. Now, your buffet of ISA tools. I did a Facebook Live in the Facebook group, but because this is for newbies, I don't know if you're able. I get it. You might be one of those people like, oh, I hardly go on Facebook. Like, this is hard for me. You guys gotta make it part of your day. You gotta put those notifications on because we're posting things so much. There's information. Your Facebook group is basically your business. Okay? This is super real, right? 100% coachable. Everybody's still here. All 83 of you. Still coachable. Facebook group, every single day. It's part of your checklist. And in this, we're going to give you lots of information. We're going to have our team trainings, all the things. So this is your buffet of ISA tools. You might think, I don't know what to do. Nobody's here. This is another really real thing. If it is to be, it is up to me. You will never have a shortage here in Isogenics or the little brown box of things to do or things to learn. So if you're not feeling like you might be getting the support, please take radical responsibility and know that you can find answers as well. I know your leaders want to support you, but we can't always be everywhere for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so spend some time going like, what can I find out on my own? And if I absolutely cannot find it, like I looked, I tried my best, that's when you're like, okay guys, you know, use the Facebook group, blah, blah, blah. But try to get familiar with this. Your Isogenics business, it's like your Bible, like, you know, whatever. Don't get mad at me for saying that, but like legit, you need to know this. isogenicsbusiness.com. This is the culture. This is who the company you're representing. So you want to get familiarized with this site. Isogenics Health articles relating to how the products work and whatnot. ISA product is the nutritional facts. There's always going to be videos. Don't feel like you got to find all the information for your prospects. That is going to be a full-time job that ain't going to pay you. Like, for reals. You're going to just be like, oh, what's in the shakes? ISA product. Here, let me give you this site, isaproduct.com. Go in the search bar. It'll give you everything. Cool? Please don't copy and paste and go give that job to them. You got 80% to talk to people. That's your job. isamovie.com. I love to pick out my favorites. Isogenics Advantage is my fave, along with all the new Art of Wellbeing videos. I love them so much. And I just keep a little stash in my notes section. I'm not going to tell you what I think you should do, because you know your people, you know who you're talking to, and you're going to know which tool to connect them to. ISA FYI, I don't even remember. I haven't been on that one for a long time. So go look it up. Hey, cool. You get to go do some research. Startyourlife.com is for the 18 to 35-year-olds, millennials. Yeah. Self-explanatory. And then your apps, ISA Life app. Okay, that's going to be for your own personal product use. It's going to be for sharing out the carts, giving great customer service, helping people track, doing their ISA body. Everybody needs it. I suppose, yes, since we have 80 or so of you on this call, I need everybody to go in and add your profile picture. The team is exploding. Like, we grew by like 400 in a month last month, okay? I want to be able to connect and shout you out, and you want to do the same thing. And I know you're like, oh, but I only have a handful of people in my organization. No, keep going, okay? ISA Life is basically this. You want to have your profile picture. So when it populates and you see people enrolling in your business and down the line 2, 3, 4 PE, just put your profile picture and make sure your people do it. And then your Isogenics business and your Penny app tutorial in the Facebook group, because we don't have an hour to do that. So, sorry, it's a little bit out of whack. Okay. If you only have an hour, right? You're nursing your baby, or your husband is gonna come home and you just have 1 hour to do this, brand new. Presenting, what does that mean? You're going to be sharing your Isogenics story, your 30-second story. You're inviting them to take a look. You can either do that through a 3-way call, you can invite them to New Way Thursday, or we're gonna be kind of breaking up with teams doing virtual wellness whatever, find out with the person that invited you. Social media post, like I said, exposure, exposure, exposure. You can do that in your stories. You can do that in an actual post, whatever. Team Facebook pages. This is legit your funnel. This is not my team. I mean, this is our team. But the funnel is, if you're going to be adding people into the Facebook group, like some of you add like 10 people a day, but I don't see you posting, they don't care what, you know, Kamaile or Kahea or Ui is talking about. They want to see you using the products. They want to see what you think about them and the success. So think of it as the funnel of they're just getting exposure, and then they get familiar, and then they're like, okay, I'm ready to buy. I'm ready to do this. Cool. 3 by 3 by 3. This is 3 people you're reaching out to, and that takes like 2 minutes, guys. Okay. 3 people you're following up with. Hey, I was just wondering if you're able to check out the video that I got you. Don't worry, we'll give you all of that next week. We'll talk about reach outs, follow-ups next week. And then 3 people that you're pouring greatness and love into or just checking up on. It's not about how fast here. I know you see people like, oh, but I see people going fast. No, no, no. Keep your eyes straight ahead. It is about how many. Stats are, and I was cracking up before as I was getting ready to jump on here, because it literally was exactly what happened. Because I was literally in action serving everybody on the team, I only reached out to 10 people this week. This is what happened. 10 people, I presented to 2, and 1 person enrolled. And that is the exact stat. 10 people that I reached out to, 2 said, okay, I'll meet with you, I'll take a look, and 1 enrollment. That's all. So just think, if I want 10 people to my presentation, 2 will show up, maybe 1 of them will jump on board, okay? 1 person at a time. Lots and lots and lots of people, okay? Customer and associate check-in, remember giving them that great first month. Penny will keep you organized. Use her. Use her. She's amazing. We love Penny. Okay. Now, the last thing, homework. We are going to create a digital vision board. Digital vision board. I want it digital. Yes, I would love if you, extra points if you print it out at Office Max or whatever, but I want it on your phone. I want it on your home screen or whatever. This is important because we are rewiring your brain to win, to legit get everything that you want. And it is possible here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say much more than that. But and I'll talk about what's going on it. You're gonna invite 15 people to an online event this week. If you don't know, I don't know what events there is, that's okay. Ask the person who invited you. Maybe we haven't even planned one out yet, but you're gonna invite them to an online event. Share your story in the product Facebook group. So guess what? You get to practice. You can go on live. I would love it. If you're not ready for that, I'm not going to kick you out of anything, blah, blah, blah. Don't put pressure on yourself, but you can also share a picture just of your face and share your 30-second story. This is going to give you practice. It's a safe space. It's not on your public profile unless you're like, that's okay, I'm gonna share on my public profile, then more power to you, cool. But that's all I'm asking is that the 30-second story that we created for you, you will practice it. And the point being that you will use it every time you talk about Little Brown Box, Isogenics. This just came up, if you are brand new, if you've been here for a while, people probably know, yeah, she's doing Isogenics. But if you are brand new, curiosity marketing, I do not want you to be like, yo, everywhere. Turn it around, turn it around. Hashtag Little Brown Box, Little Brown Box, Little Brown Box. It's how I built my business. It's how Nat built her business, because you're creating curiosity marketing and people are like, oh my gosh, damn, fine. Okay, what's in your Little Brown Box? Okay, you want people to ask you. And they might see it everywhere, and that's the point. And like, I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Like, I see kind of things. So hide the Isogenics. Don't need to go and clean up your social media, whatever, but try to create that curiosity marketing. It literally is just for you. It's just for you so that people come and back and ask you. download GoPro. Bonus, enrolling one person. So tell us how it went. Did you get to enroll somebody this week? Everyone has those people in your life that you can be like, I don't know what I just saw. I'm not the greatest at this, but here, share your 30-second story. Are you open to taking a look? Might be for you, might be not. Are you open to taking a look? You have those people in your life. Call them up. Call them up. Everybody knows 2 people that eats or needs money. Okay? Don't make it about you. People need what we have here. It truly is life-changing. And if you've experienced any kind of transformation whatsoever, that is enough. Okay? You are enough. That is enough. And you can do this. Now, last thing, digital vision board. Plenty of information now. Okay. So take a screenshot, whatever. You can add it and make it however you want. But there's some things on here that Kayla had me do. This is what she has her mastermind people do. This is high level-ish, okay? You're gonna write your core values. What? Oh no. Who are you? Not what you do. Like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. No. Your core values of like, who are you? I'm an adventurer. I'm kind. I'm all these virtues. I'm like, I am this smart person. Like, I want you to speak life in your board to remind yourself who you are. Okay, there's a point to this. We'll talk about it later. I am statements. You can write like, I choose to live my life with abundance. I choose to live my life with health. I choose to live my life with energy. Just throughout the board, commitments that you're making to the world, how you're going to show up. This whole activity, for those of you that have been in our Facebook group, about higher self, we're always learning, relearning things, whatever. And who is this network marketing leader, right? We've talked about 4 reasons why people fail, or that's not going to be you. So if you're going to stick in here, what kind of leader are you? What kind of leader are you trying to become? Is she confident? Is she resourceful? Is she exciting? Is she what is she? Okay. And then your goals for the year. You can start from this month to next month, 2020. I mean, next year, 2021. Sorry. But whatever. What do you want to accomplish in a year from now? And then create space and boundaries for that. So see you next week. We're going to talk about rank advancing. We're going to do real-time reach outs, just like we do in Power Hour, so you know what to do, especially if you're brand new, and then how to follow up, which we will actually do in real time. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Yes.
Camp, yes. Who's this?
Kaya. So, Kamaile, when you were sharing your 30-second opportunity video, you said that it was the comp plan that got you hooked. Which one are you talking about?
Long time ago, before all of you guys, we had this video that Nat did. And that was like the go-to video. I think she still has it in her YouTube page or something, but it was Natalie showing the whole thing. It was about probably 20 minutes or so. And I watched the first 10 minutes and my mind was like,
You know what? Hold on real quick.
It's the same information that Uy does in her video, though. So you can use any.
Do mine a little different, but for the most part, yeah. For the most part. Like, I draw less circles. Let's say that. I think. I kind of condensed Nat's one, but you use whatever. And even if you want to use the one that Eric Hoover does, because he talks about PIDs, I don't talk about that. How come I can't pull it up? Isa.
posted it, a YouTube link in the chat, I think. Yeah, Matt? That's the one, right?
How come I said
Yeah, I posted it. Sorry, Kawhi. I think I sent that to you privately, but yeah, the link that I just posted in the chat.
This is important. Okay, I know people have to jump off. Isapacks.com. So this is the one Twice talking about. And then we have our Hawaii one where I draw the comp plan, but Nat's one is business right here. Oh, wealth creation, sorry. Wealth creation. And this is great because this is the questions to ask after. So isapacks.com, isavibes.com. This is what I talked about in our live, but I just want you guys to reach out and get messy. I just I just want you to just go, just knowing that they're not going to say yes, but you got out there and you did your thing. You exposed them to, then we will follow up and we will, get better. Okay, so great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you share an example, like on the page of your digital vision board? Because I mean, there's just a lot to put on, so I'm just kind of curious how that's all shoved into one board.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else?
So we're to invite 15 people to a training. Is that correct?
To an like a virtual online.
Virtual event.
That is always going to be New Way Thursday. There's that, but if within your own teams, you guys have like I want to just do a virtual wellness Wednesday. Like Erica did one, Kamari did one, like just for your like the smaller teams, then that's another thing. Giving people lots of options, especially because we can't do sip and samples in person right now. That's gonna be the way you're gonna build, and it's good. It's good. If you want to make it where your name goes into a drawing for $20 off your next pack, or you want to incentivize it with you get your name goes in a drawing to get a free via sample or something like that, you can totally just get creative with your team. And reach out to people in our big team that ask like, hey, would you mind sharing? Would you help? That kind of thing. Okay, I'll take one more question. No? All right, well, thanks for spending your Sunday afternoon. I will see you folks next week at 4 o'clock. It will for sure just be an hour, but just needed to drop that. So remember, people fell here, but that's not what you came to do. And you're gonna be 100% coachable, right? Amazing. All right, have a fabulous day and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.